Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Elihu L, and I was listening to a hangout little. It turned out to be a debate, and one of the questions that was asked on there is they was arguing what was Islam. When one side was saying it was a religion, another side was saying that it was a culture and tradition. Okay, but both are incorrect. Okay, first of all, to answer that question best, you have to first define what is Islam. Okay, and Islam means to submit. Okay, so then you have to now answer submit to who, what, when, where, and you have to answer those questions. Okay, so let's address the who. To submit to the God of Islam, who is Allah. All right, and Allah is not the author of the book. Allah is actually spoken of in second person narrative. Is the Holy Quran is written in first person narrative from the perspective of the Elohim, okay, which means the sons of God. Okay, that's what Elohim mean. Okay, and we know that sons of God are the angels. All right, and we know that the angel that carried the message to the messenger, who is the Prophet Muhammad, all right, was the angel Gabriel. Okay, and okay, so we answered the who part. Okay, so where do we submit? We submit from within. All right, Islam means to submit, and it addresses an obedience. And obedience to what? Let's address the what? The law. Okay, the law of Islam. All right, not to be mistaken for the Sunnah. Okay, because the Sunnah and the law are two different things. All right, because it's only the Quran that bears the law, not hadiths, not no Sunnah. Okay, all right. The Quran says starts off this way. Second surah Al-Baqarah, first verse. Okay, this is the book in which there is no doubt. It is for those who believe in Allah and the last day. Okay, that's how it starts off. All right. So there's the question. All right. All right. So we got the God, the who, Allah. Okay. We got the where, from within. Okay, we got submit to what? Okay, the law, and also remember the Quran also tells you that this is a continuation of the book. What book? The Bible. All right, the prophets are the same, the angels are the same, the God is the same. It's just different languages. Okay, Elah, which is Hebrew, and Allah, which is Arabic. Okay. And we're talking ancient Hebrew or Aramaic, because ancient Hebrew is just a derivative of Aramaic, all right? And these are brother and sister languages, but it originates and stems from something even further before both, which was the Marunata, all right? And all three languages have no vowels. They're all consonants. I think Arabic has like 26 or 28 letters. Hebrew has 22. You know what I mean? I'm not familiar with how many letters are in Marunata. Okay, but they're absent of vowels, and the pretty much the rules for the languages pretty much coincide with each other. You have dots and slashes in the Hebrew, and you have dots and slashes in Arabic. Okay. So that pretty much answers that question right there. So it's not a tradition or culture. It's based on an individual submission to Allah's law. Okay, that's it. We addressed it: the who, the what, the when, and where. Okay. Oh, and the where is immediately. Now, once you receive the Holy Quran, once you read the Holy Quran, it is at that point that you then bear the responsibility of making a choice of submission. Okay. So that's the answer to that question right there. You brothers, you know what I mean? Next time, hey, I'm going to be in that motherfucker. So you better, come correct. Believe that shit. Come motherfucking correct. You know what I mean? Because, they was on there cussing. Them niggas was going at it, man. For real. They was going at it. You know what I mean? And, I really debates, man. I'm kind of in the middle with that shit, because I don't like the shit side not to be doing, because to me, he's like capitalizing on division. I mean, he's like turned into like a Don King money maker, shit starter, instigator type nigga. You know what I mean? You know, he goes to one tribe and he goes to the other tribe. Then he step back and watch him go at it. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, he cashes the fuck in, rubbing his hand and grinning. So, you know, it's sort of like devilish the way he's doing that shit. And not only that, man, you know, it's good to have variations in different schools of thought, because not everybody is going to subscribe to one school of thought. Some may be more popular than others. You know, some may have 10 million members, and then others may have fucking 20. You know what I mean? But what you have to understand is if you was to you seek the golden thread of truth, that vein of truth that should run through them all, if they are, you know what I mean, the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why when you it's a difference between being educated and being trained. A trained person do not learn from a variety source of references. You know what I mean? He only knows or thinks from the perspective in which he was taught or trained. Okay, an educated person is going to gather references and sources from all different schools of thought, and then they're going to cross-reference these things. So a trained person cannot cross-reference information. Okay, they are very ignorant, basically. Okay, and an educated person is going to gather. I've studied damn near, you know, so many schools of thought, man, from black nationalism, revolutionary school of thought, Garveyism, Kabbalah, Judaism, Bhagavad Gita, the Vedas, the Avesta, all of it, man. You know, from John Henry Clark, man, to Amos Wilson, to you know, Bobby Hemmett and the metaphysics stuff. You know, I study it all, man, because an educated person, man, is going to gather information from all sources. You know what I mean? And when you cross-reference it, you'll be able to identify similarities through them all. And those similarities are usually what I call the vein of truth. Okay? So, you know what I mean? You have to be taught properly, man. You know what I'm saying? I've come in contact with brothers that say, "Oh, I don't mess with that. I don't study that." You know what I mean? Even magic. You know what I mean? Because magic, man, is really the you know, Gnostic texts and things like that. Pistis Sophia, the origin of man. You know what I mean? Anunnaki texts. You know what I mean? Sumerian tablets. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. You know what I mean? The Bruce Codex, the Young Codex. You know what I mean? Carl Jung. He owned a whole lot of Gnostic texts. You know what I mean? He owns them. And they're known as the Young Codex. You know what I mean? And there's a man by the name of Bruce. He owns a whole lot of those codexes. And a lot of them are what's considered Egyptian Gnosticism. You have the Secret Book of John. You know what I mean? You have the paraphrase of Shem. It's so many of them, man. And they're awesome, man. And these things date back thousands of years before any of the Dead Sea Scrolls, which make up your Bible today, or the Nag Hammadi text. You understand what I'm saying? And things like the Hermeticism. You know what I mean? The Hermetica. You know what I mean? And all those things. So a lot of brothers, they talk about the Egyptian mystery schools, there's another. But how many of you actually seek out what the fuck was taught in the mystery system schools? I can't understand being interested in mystery system schools and not wanting to learn, well, what the fuck was taught in it. And the information is out there, man. They're all over the place. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers ask me, yo, how do you get all those books? Or how do you know so much shit? And the simple answer is, I was looking for it. You know what I mean? So that statement that Yeshua makes, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be answered. That's a true statement. That's called in the 7 Hermetic laws, the law of correspondence. You understand what I'm saying? And in Kabbalah means to receive. That's what the 10 Sephirah is in the tree of life. Okay, it's a ladder. It's also known in the Bible in allegory as Jacob's ladder. Jacob says he saw angels going up and down a ladder. You understand what I'm saying? So each Sephiroth from Malkuth, which is at the bottom, which is where you're at, the physical world, the world of manifest, the world of earth, you know what I mean? All the way up to Ein Sof, which you can't reach Ein Sof, but you can reach Bina and Hokmah, okay? Which are the male and female aspect, or the male and the feminine, okay? Aspect of the hierarchy of Ein Sof, okay? So you have Ein Sof, the one. You have Hokmah, Bina, the male and the female. Then you have Dayat, knowledge, the son. So you have Ein Sof, which is the one. The one breathed forth and three spirits stood before him, okay? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, or the Father, force and might. The mother, okay? Wisdom and thought. And the Son, Dayat, love, okay, or knowledge. You know what I mean? That's how the Tree of Life says it, as knowledge, okay? But we refer to it as love. And to some of us, we only see one aspect of God. So David saw the God of force and might. God, help me kill my enemies and smite them, you know, and those that seek out to destroy me. Let my arrows find their mark. You know, Solomon spoke of wisdom, and he spoke of her as her. Seek her as fine silver and gold. You know what I mean? So he saw her as the female. You understand what I'm saying? And Yeshua spoke of as love. Okay? So Christians see him as the God of love. But when you become very learned and you study them all and you cross-reference them all, you'll begin to see the totality of God. Okay? Your perspective and your understanding broadens. Okay? And that's why Solomon say, seek ye knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and of the three seek understanding the most. Okay? So this is Brother Elihu L. coming at you from Baltimore, Maryland. I have so much I want to teach you in Gnosticism, but I have not seen a real segment out there, you know what I mean, who's even going to dig it and pay it any mind, you know what I mean? I'm trying to clean up my language and not curse so much, because I've lost a lot of followers just based on, you know what I mean, I guess you consider it vulgarity, but you know what I mean? It's how I was raised, and it's who Elah made me to be, because I too have a certain group whom I was sent to communicate to. You know what I mean? And I've communicated to many, and I've brought many to greater understanding of God, and, you know, and things of that nature, and knowledge of self. Okay? Because we are the seed of God, and we hold the potential or the potencies of God. You can never be the Godhead, because Ein Sof or Asor is the unknowable. It's the unknown. Okay? So God gave you some of him, but he did not give you all of his light. You understand what I'm saying? You only have a portion of the light. Okay, but that portion that he gave you is very powerful. Okay, and mine is eternal. All right, you're only experiencing the first stage of your existence. All right, which is the stage that the seed goes within the dirt and he has to go through struggle. Okay, and those who are fit will make it and break the surface and begin to drink in the light. Okay, so they'll go from the seed, which we're in now, to an embryonic stage. Okay, then you'll break the surface and start drinking in the light. Okay, which Masons speak of, all right? And through photosynthesis, the light absorbing through the epidermis, okay, or what we call osmosis, which is the diffusion of light through a semi-permeable membrane, which is your skin, okay? But we consider it the third eye, or the neocortex or front center lobe, which activates the pineal gland, the acorn at the base of the skull. All right, it gets so deep, man, and it's you know, it's interesting and all that. And another thing, man, you brothers out there and sisters who knock the Bible, check this out. Whether you know who wrote it and this and other, man, you're so superficial in your thinking. Look at the message and the morals that are there. Look at the truth that it contains. Okay. Pay attention to that. You're missing the real shit is going right over your fucking head, because you stuck on whether it's original, whether it's authentic. Man, the shit is full of a whole lot of truths. And that's where the fuck you should be attacking and seeking out the truth that is there, so you can apply it to your life, man, because it's there to help you grow. And a lot of it is in allegory, man. That's our tradition. It's the oral tradition that Africans have practiced since the beginning of man. Okay, whether you call it the griot, the storyteller, okay, or whether you call them parables, as Yeshua taught them in, okay? They're stories, man, and they're put in allegory because we've always practiced the oral tradition. That's what Hebrew the Hebrew religion is all about. It's about the oral tradition, man, the spoken word. The mystery system schools, you weren't allowed to write down nothing. You spoke and you taught. The teacher spoke and taught. When you get into the Aquarian gospel, you see that Yeshua's mother and John's mother, Mary and Elizabeth, was taught by Elihu and his wife Salome in the sacred grove through the spoken word, okay? So it's our oral tradition to pass these things on, man. But you seek the moral of the